How did you feel to work as a group? You know, you've been joining lots of different groups, and how do you feel? How does it change your life by working with gamelan?
It's something that I love doing. I love working as part of a group. I love making music as part of a group, and it obviously has changed my life because I love playing gamelan. I love listening to gamelan.
How does it change your life?
How does it change my life? Because I actually do forget whatever else is happening in my life when I come and start playing, because you have to concentrate. It's really hard not to, and even if you try and think of other things, you get sucked back into the music, because you just have to listen. You just have to listen to other people, and then the music takes over. Probably the most surprising thing for me was when we rehearsed to go to Bali, because the rehearsals were very, very different to the rehearsing that we've ever done before, in that the way we were rehearsed was we just played things over and over and over and over and over again. So we almost stopped being individuals playing as part of a group, and we almost became this completely integrated machine which totally knew what each of us was going to do and how the music went, and we just all contributed to the music. And I think that was the first time, that was a very different type of group playing which I've never ever experienced before that, and probably not experienced since, because we've never drilled a piece so thoroughly as all the pieces we drilled for going to Bali. And what I realised is that is, well, I wouldn't say it's a better or worse type of group playing, but it's a very different one, and you end up with a very different group dynamic as a result.
So gamelan brings people together.
It brings people together, but also there is something quite unique about that type of playing that we played when we went to Bali and the year leading up to it.
How does it change the group in London? How does it affect the group in London by being together?
I think it's totally, because I think we understand how far we have to go. We understand that we can do it. It was a very, very affirming experience. It was thoroughly enjoyable, but also it makes a lot more sense of the music, seeing it performed, of the music and the dance, and just seeing how it, or starting to see, because I wouldn't say we ever would really understand, but just starting to see how it fits within the culture, the Balinese culture.
Do you know that gamelan was in the curriculum in the secondary school?
Yes, yes.
You know, could you tell me about it?
All I know is that it happened soon after I came down to London, I think. That's all I know about it, actually, that it was in the curriculum, which meant that a lot of school groups used to go to the Southbank and learn at the Southbank. And also, it meant that when you'd say to people, I play gamelan, older people would look really confused, and then bit by bit, as the years went by, there'd be the younger students and people would go, oh yes, gamelan. Oh yes, I played gamelan once. Oh yes, you did. It's like, oh, you have heard of it. So yes.
How does it fit with the British culture? I'm not sure if that is the right question.
How does gamelan fit with British culture? I think that, I'm not sure that's the right question. I think it's almost how does gamelan fit with British society? And I would say that British society now is, or certainly in London, is a complete mix of different types of culture. It's very much, people are prepared to try many different things, and in that case, or in that kind of background, gamelan is totally part of that mix.
Do you think gamelan is part of the British culture now?
Yes, absolutely, absolutely. I mean, I think I think there are so many gamelans across the country. So many people know it. So many people have heard it. I think it's still. So I think it's something people have heard of, and play and know about. And I think that the relationship between all other types of culture and gamelan will always be shifting as the years go by, and as people will find new things to do with it.
Anything that I didn't ask?
No, I think I've spoken for long enough.
How did you know Neil?
I met him at Island to Island, I think, which was the thing at the Southbank before I came down to London. I think I first met him there, and I've known him ever since. The gamelan scene was much smaller when I started playing gamelan in 1987. There were probably only 5 or 6 gamelans in the country. So
yeah, I wanted to ask, who brought the gamelan to Cambridge? I
think it was the gift of the Indonesian government, actually. I think they gifted gamelans to several universities. So not York, but certainly Oxford and Cambridge, and possibly Durham came as well, I think. So it was before the Southbank got its gamelan. I'm pretty sure, but I think they were gifted to universities.
Do you know which one was the first gamelan that
York, I think. York.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm pretty sure that was the first one.
And do you know who brought the gamelan at Southbank?
No, no, you have to ask Andy or John, I think, would know that one.
Is it, I know that you're playing Balinese
Yeah.
different atmosphere?
Oh, very different, very different. I think it's partly, partly the type of music means that you have to work in different ways. So with Javanese, because the music is much more structured in a way, you can just have you can have a very simple notation and the whole group can just sit down and play a piece and do all kinds of interesting things with it. Whereas in Balinese, you have to learn a piece line by line and note by note. And I think the other difference is the type of music is very, very different in terms of Javanese is more relaxed and is not as intense as Balinese music is, which affects the atmosphere. And also, I've got this theory that in Javanese, players sit further apart from each other, whereas in Balinese, players are much closer together, and that also, I think, changes the atmosphere.
But do you still have, in both groups, do you have to listen to one another?
Yes, oh, totally. Oh, it's totally different type of listening in a way, but yeah, you do have to listen.
The Southbank Gamelan is used for lots of workshops?
Yes, it still is, yes. Loads of classes, loads of workshops, loads of performances, very much so.